Welcome to Commentarium again. This is your shepherd. This is what I comment, I inform, and you make the judgment. And today, let's get to it. Immigrating to the United States or any country is tough, but there are mistakes that immigrants do that cause them their future. Let's talk about it. Many people migrate to the United States. They go to the United States of America, thinking that just being there is enough. They focus on survival, working endless hours, avoiding paperwork, and just think that everything will work out. It doesn't work like that. There is a truth behind it. If you don't secure your legal status and build a clear future plan, you are heading to a disaster. A disaster that is more than like a mayday, mayday, mayday. You are going to crash. I have seen people spend 10, 15, 20 years of their life in this deportation that happened in America. There are stories of people who have spent many years in the United States and no paperwork, and now constantly living in the fear of deportation. Why? Because they never made a plan for it. They never put together a plan to upskill themselves, to make themselves valuable for the system, and now they are heading towards disaster. Look, United States is changing. Every country in the world is changing. AI is breaking through every place. So the countries are now after skilled workers, skilled people who can add value to what is already being done. So if you don't upskill yourself, if you don't make yourself valuable to the system will swallow you and then throw you out. It will just eject you because it doesn't need you. And what is happening in America and all over the world is just to say that, hey, AI is coming, and we need people who can fit in. We don't need people who are just going to go the manual way. Now, people who can contribute, people who can upskill, people who can run with the system. That is what is happening. In fact, this thing I'm saying is very serious. I think I have to really, my eyes even need protection. It needs protection. Yes, my eyes need protection. I'm telling you something very serious. You understand? People have lived, spent so many years, worked so many hours, but all of a sudden the country is like, we don't need you. The country don't want anything from you. Why? The country don't want anything from you. But yet there are traveling opportunities. There are there are type of visas that these countries, United States, is promoting to bring skilled workers into the country. But yet they are flashing out other people. So think around it. It is not about somebody being a criminal. It's not about that somebody they are criminals staying in the country. No, these are just some way somehow to get you out of the country. But if they don't want immigrants, why are they putting policies in place to bring skilled immigrants, people with expertise, people who have some level of knowledge, and bringing them into the system? Why are they doing that? So it tells you clearly that they don't want a certain group of people, but they want a particular group of people. And the particular group of people they want are the skilled people, are the people who are on the top, right? People who have some level of, I don't know how to put it, but I think you get my point. You get my point. You know where I'm going, right? So if you're migrating somewhere to any country, make sure you look at your legal status. What will give you the opportunity to become valuable to the system, to be able to benefit from the system, to be able to enjoy the safetiness of the system, the social protections that are put in place in the country. Make sure these things you are able to enjoy of it. If you live there with your family, you can get some family compensations, you can get some pension compensations, you can get some social security protections, you can get some benefits on the side. If you go unemployment, you can get some unemployment benefits. These are things that happens to a human being because there are shocks. And if these shocks happen and you don't have any protection, you will just spiral down and nothing can hold you again. But these shocks are put in the system to kind of protect you from something that you don't expect, so you can still run with the system. You understand? So if you go into any country where you cannot get access to these things, it means that you are doing harm to your own self. Better put yourself together and exit the country right away. Go to somewhere where you become valuable. You understand? But not saying notwithstanding that, but before we go on, if you've not subscribed to my channel, there are so many interviews that are coming up. There are so many expertise that you're gonna have on this channel. So please hit the subscribe button, share to someone, and let's form a community here, right? This is your shepherd on Commentarium. But there is one powerful thing to life: hope. Hope. I know people who got deported. They thought everything was over. But guess what? It became their breakthrough. They chanced on opportunities at where they were deported to, and that made them a rich and successful people. There is one Alhaj in Ghana who was deported from Israel, not even the US. He thought it was all over. I'm hoping that one day I can bring him on this show and he can tell the story, right? He was deported. He cried. He did everything. He said it was so bad for him. But guess what? He's one of the richest people in Ghana now, owns multiple gas stations across Ghana with multiple real estates. He's so successful than his friends that he left abroad, right? So sometimes hope is all you need. And if you are in this kind of situation, don't wait for deportation to happen. Take control of your life. Take control. Take control of your life. And always remember your God that is up there, right? He always performs miracles. Don't forget. So keep up with the Shepherd on Commentarium. And next week, we'll see you with another thing to comment on this same channel. Thank you, and you have a wonderful evening.